can do what? Assign the key and value, right? This is the method of the context. You can put the box, text box, for what? Word. That is this one, word. And what is the value? It's 1, right? Always 1. That is the reason it's just 1. Then this context, that's it. That's it. Very simple. The other original map, the mapper, will take care of everything. Okay? Then what you need to do is only this one. Okay? Very simple. That is the benefit of using mapper, map reduce program. Now what about the reducer? So reducer, main job of the reducer is to combine all the values by the key. Okay, so let's take a look at the code. Okay, so this is the package that you need to include. So probably we will use the integer. Why we need the IO exception? Because we are going to write the data to the file. Okay, so we need to take care of the error exception. Okay, that is the reason IO exception, and integer writable, and the text that also reducer. Okay, so this is the mapper. So input of the mapper, reducer is the intermediate key and value. That should be the same as in the reducer. It's a second pair. That makes sense. Then this is a final output. Okay, so this is the method, the reduce, and you can see the text key and value is the iterable. Why? Because it's sometimes the list array. So that represents the iterable means it's array data. It can be array. Then contextual is the same as the mapper. We are going to use the context to give such a configuration as well as some the information. So for example, for integer writable value, for each value we can just add up, right? But we get the from the value, get method is getting the value itself, then add up to the word count. That makes sense. And very simple. Then we can write the key and word count. That's it. You don't have to specify how to write the data. It's automatically create the file in the HDFS where the reducer is running. Okay? If you have the 3 reducer in 3 node, you will have the 3 files. Okay? So you should keep your mind to match the object. In other words, type. So this is a mapper. Okay? Input should be the same as the map. Okay? In the class, right? And this is the output of mapper, input of reducer. Okay? It's an intermediate format. Okay? So text to text and integer writable, integer writable. So this is a mapper and this is a reducer. Also both of them should be specified in the driver. It's the same thing. So you should have the design of the object that you are going to use. And always the key should be writable, comparable, and the value at least the writable. Many of times we can use the comparable writable for the variables. This is a comparison between the old API and the new API. The exercise and the example are based on the new API. But we will learn this program based on MRV1, the without resource management. The one final thing.
Question, Professor.
Okay, after I get this one. Okay, yes.
How about other programming languages? Do they support this?
Oh yes, that's a good question. What about the other program languages? Anyways, it's true. All the header product are coded by Java. Okay, but sometimes you can run as long as you have the virtual machine. You can do that. So running the HDFS and other the ecosystem product are okay. But the MapReduce program you should know the Java. But what if I know only the Python? I know only the Perl. At that time, as long as you can see, the mapper reducer is a kind of input and output. Okay, if you can specify the input, output, and map algorithm itself, you can use other program languages that is called the streaming coding, streaming technology in the MapReduce program. So you can use a Python. I will introduce a couple of examples of such a streaming programming. So as long as you can specify input, output, and mapper and reducer, even mapper, instead of the regular the Java, the library, and the regular expression, if you can do the exactly same thing in your shell programming, like the Python or the Perl, yes, you can do that. I will introduce it later. But anyway, they are based on Java. It's kind of wrapper. Okay. Okay. So how can we run the program? First, it's a Java program. You need to compile with the Java compiler. What is the Java compiler? I never use because I usually use Eclipse. So that's one of the benefits, but also drawback. Sometimes because nowadays even programming are too much abstract level. We don't know how it is working, how it is organized. So it's also a good idea when you learn something. So low level, the programming low level, the compiling is maybe helpful to understand. So for example, here is a Java C. So if you install the runtime, the environment, okay, you may not compile the program. You should download the SDK or the full package, not only just the virtual machine. So Java C, then it's a class path. It's a path where the Java library exists. Okay, then this is a Hadoop path. You can see is there any specific name of that? It's a single quote, not single quote. It's the opposite. Single quote, which is located in the top left corner of your keyboard. Is there any specific name? So this one is used for running this command on the shell. Okay, command line. So you will get the Hadoop class path also. Append this one to the class path. Then compile driver, mapper, reducer, and my driver. But it can be one Java file. It doesn't matter. It depends on your preference. Okay. Then after you create after you compile, you have the classes, right? So you can put together such a class into the jar file. Okay. You probably use the jar file. Jar file is archived file. That archived file is not only archived, it can be executable. Jar file. But here we just create the jar archive file together, which is called my.ml.jar file. Then submit this jar file to the Hadoop using Hadoop command. Then that is the MapReduce. The framework will take care of everything. Okay, any question? I think today during the exercise, if we have a time, the Peng-Shuan, the GA will demonstrate the compile and the executing the word count. We have a word count program in the VM, right? Okay, any question? So after the 5-minute break, we will have the first exercise, right? The GA will take care, but you should be ready with your laptop that should have the virtual machine. Okay, thank you.